Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Mr. O.
And me, Banshee, the love couple.
That's right. So don't forget to come to our live chat room presentation of my emotional exchanges tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. or catch it later if you can. It's a recorded show, but we will be live.
We will be live in the chat.
Both of us.
And that's why it's at 10 a.m. so I can actually be awake.
And Mr. O and probably the Banshee too are so glad that we are no longer as ill as we were.
Mr. O had a very bad day yesterday.
Oh my God.
Very bad.
And I know you don't want to hear this, guys, but I lost like 7 pounds maybe between the last few days.
I don't want to hear it because he's just going to disappear someday.
I'm going to disappear.
Now you see him and poof. Now you know because he's just
Nicole.
Losing too much weight.
We'll get you on the
Nicole.
list.
We'll get you on the list. And I am going to do, in honor of Valentine's Day tomorrow, there we go. In honor of Valentine's Day tomorrow.
Thanks, Tish.
The Psychic Tarot for the Heart Oracle.
Thanks, Jamie's.
Tarots are oracle when they're shy of, the usual cards. Or they're assigned different meanings, etc. At any rate, this one has 65 cards, so it's lacking, I believe, the court cards, and maybe something else because they've added in here chakra cards, which I think are interesting as well. Anyway, we'll be using that for the collective today. Yeah, so we were lucky to just get his emotional exchanges done because he was so ill.
We were supposed to film it yesterday, but there was no way it was going to happen.
Anyway.
So
you'll have to check it out. There's a surprise guest on his show.
I think I already spoiled that.
You are a spoiler, you know that? I just want to say. All right, Mr. O, these cards are read upright, so just pick one out of here for us.
Nah. It doesn't want to come.
That's the one you want. Ooh. What is it called?
Darkest Fears.
Darkest Fears.
9. Number 9.
It's blue. It's indigo, right?
Yeah, so is that cups?
I believe it is, yes. Wait, no, indigo.
It's a dark blue, that's for sure.
Indigo is mental swords. What number is it?
9. Darkest Fears.
And there it is. So it's like the 9 of swords.
Yeah.
Wow. What a card for Valentine's Day. Let's take a look. The keywords are anxiety, doubt, resolve, and release. Having love in your life is crucial. When a relationship does not go as planned, or when a desired relationship does not materialize, it's easy to lose yourself in worry and doubt. You may even question your own worthiness. It's easy to become obsessed with all of your darkest fears regarding love. Don't let your anxieties paralyze you into a total state of inaction. Dwelling on your worries only feeds them with energy, allowing them to consume you and overshadow everything else. Take a moment to determine what might be troubling your heart. The anxiety may be obvious or quite subtle. Once you identify it, decide if it's something you can resolve on your own or if you need assistance. Then take the appropriate action. If you determine that it's a worry over which you have no control, ask Spirit to help you release it. It's true. Some people even fear falling in love, and the vulnerability attached to that. Some people fear and shy away from relationships completely. Some people fear they will never have love in their life, and they're constantly reinforcing that barrier in a way that they're putting around themselves towards love. And so we have to keep our fears and our anxieties in perspective. Even if you're in a troubled relationship, fears can overwhelm you to the point where you don't act soon enough to either try to save a relationship or to recognize when it's time to let it go. So keep your fears in perspective. Fear is not always a bad thing, but if left out of control, it can wreak havoc in your life and in your relationships.
Alrighty. And I've added you, SP.
Hi, SP. I'll be publishing that list in a moment. All right.
And Sunny has joined us, so Sunny makes 3.
The Love Cat has joined us.
Alrighty, so first up is...
Tajavi.
Yes.
All right, so let's pull these back.
What are Sid's current feelings towards me? That's right, I read that earlier.
Thank you, Jamie.
Talking about tortoise. Here's your card back.
What are Sid's current feelings towards me? Your deck? Okay.
Right, Sid's current feelings towards me. So I'm going to use my, I love this tarot. It's the Crow's Magic Tarot,
Okay.
which I've had for a long time, and I really like it.
Oh, well, good to see everybody that made it here today.
I am feeling so much better, so I think that's pretty good.
We have an array of goodies here that Mr. O probably will not eat. I have these wonderful white and dark chocolate hearts here. They're so good. They're pretzel hearts, too. They're coated in chocolate. And then I have Ghirardelli lava cake hearts.
I know I'm going to have one. I hope I don't regret it.
You know what? I forgot to put them in the fridge as you recommended, Mr.
Oh, dear.
They are lava-like.
Alrighty, Tish. Let's see what we got here. So we have the 5 of Wands.
Upright.
Upright. We have the Hermit reversed. And we have the 5 of Cups upright. So it's funny because you're framed by 2 5s. 5s are considered cards of energy. They may connote the idea that things are happening, whether it's people, things, or other forces.
So are you speaking with Sid at this point? I can't remember if this has been brought up before.
Here I go.
Ooh. They're so good. Both of them are good. So...
Well, you mentioned you were walking behind him and you saw him, so I take it that maybe he didn't see you.
Okay, you are talking.
Okay.
Okay. That's good to know because the 5 of Wands can indicate a couple things here, but one of them is engagement. So I can't help but wonder if they are thinking of contacting you again, or not. I feel here that there was some altercation, maybe, that, happened. The 5 of Wands can be about that as well. And the Hermit's in the middle there, reversed. And I'm almost feeling that Sid's feelings might be wandering, now. And they might be socializing more. Because the Hermit, when reversed, is somebody who comes out of their shell, so to speak. So the other aspect to the Hermit, though, that I do want to bring up to you, because it might be relevant, is the fact that sometimes when the Hermit's reversed, they're avoiding. They hid in their home or they hid in their shelter or whatever to avoid something that needed to be addressed. So are they avoiding you right now? Are they avoiding thinking about you? That would be my question. I'll stop with those 2 cards.
Well, I like what you said about the 5 of Wands. I'm not sure if Tej is indicating that you've never actually talked, but you sort of have an awareness of each other, or if you're just currently now not talking. Because that would go to the idea of whether you said, something about the engagement kind of, faltered and then this happened, the Hermit reversed. But, so I could agree with that to some sense that maybe Just currently not talking. Okay, good. I'm glad
Okay.
that was cleared up.
Okay.
Thanks, Tej. Because the Five of Wands may be saying that his feelings or intentions are perhaps about engaging. It looks that way to me. I'm going to go different from Banshee here because I sort of think the Hermit suggests that maybe he had been sort of in his own little world, or a world that didn't contain you directly in it. And so now with the Hermit reversed, this may be saying he's coming out of a shell. He may choose to engage with people, with you or others. And I'm going to go ahead with the third card, the Five of Cups. And this one has a tinge of sadness because maybe this is saying, was there another relationship that maybe he's just been slowly getting over, and that's why he hasn't totally engaged with you yet?
It could be, Tej. I won't rule that out. That's a good read on that. If you have a feeling there, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I do sort of have that feeling, but I'm wondering now about the Five of Cups because I sort of see this as saying there was some hurt that maybe he's finally starting to pull himself through, but it's still a factor there. Was that a hurt because of you guys, or was it a hurt from some other situation with Sid the tortoise? I like that.
So it's kind of interesting to me because the reason I went with the engagement or argument part was because I saw that last card too, and how the Hermit was in the middle of it. I mean, to tell the story of the cards, it would almost look like there was a quarrel. There's some sadness and sorrow that they've been dwelling on, and now they're moving on. But I could read this another way as well and say that there could be engagement here because they finally decided to reawaken their interest again in other matters. Maybe they've been self-absorbed lately. And with that Five of Cups reversed here, it seems like they've been dwelling on some things that have been really causing them some pain in their life or disappointment. So there must be something that's going on in their life.
Tej confirms that.
Oh, okay. Some past hurt. So that could be it. But now we do have something here that I wonder where Mr. O is going to go with this.
All right, so from our Lenormand, it's the ship. And the sun. Now, the second card sort of gives influence towards the first card. So the sun is influencing the ship. The ship is about a trip, whether it's a physical trip or, metaphorical in your mind, a change of attitude, arriving at a conclusion, that kind of thing. But the sun brightens that. And the sun is... Okay, I'm wobbly here because the sun isn't exactly the same, but it's a little bit the
success.
same. So it's success,
things.
but is
Good
it about
news.
some of those other things like finding out stuff? The not as much.
Maybe that's more the tarot sun.
So
I think.
maybe this suggests that Sid has success if he is moving in a good direction, which we assume would be towards eventually re-engaging.
Well, I think Sid wants to move in a direction that makes him happy. Let me put it that way.
That's great.
That brings
Thank you.
him joy. He's making a move that will bring him joy. He wants a return of joy and happiness in his life. He doesn't want to dwell on past hurts and sorrows, and he doesn't maybe want to engage in any more arguing. So will that mean that he will contact you? It's possible. But I do know that what he's thinking right now is a little bit self-serving. He's looking towards his own happiness right now and what will bring him closer to that. What move he has to make. So if that's to call you, he's going to do it. But if it's not, he's not. I don't see what his true feelings for you are right now, other than maybe it's true. Maybe he does want to re-engage to see if this would be, moving back with you would bring him the happiness that he's looking for. So I could leave it at
Nice.
that. I mean, I think that's kind of the gist of it. So we'll see what happens. I hope he does contact you.
Can you move your mouse?
You're losing it even here? Wow.
I know, it's sad. All right, so that's what we had, Tej.
So good luck with that.
And always feel free to come back and ask again or a variation.
Hey, you're welcome. Aries, the Aries
You're
is
welcome.
up.
Okay. It seems like, something is beginning to surface. Maybe you could just drop him a little friendly Valentine's Day greeting if you have any way of, doing that.
Well, I'm glad that helped. Good. All right, Ari left a question, I take it?
Yes. Or
There it is. Why are my guides so selective when it comes to where I work? Like, why can't they just let me make money and get the bag wherever? Like, why does where I work matter so much to them? Wait a minute. I changed my question. I'd rather find out about my future spouse. How my future spouse will deal with my anxiety later.
okay, so the question is about your future spouse. Can you be a little more specific at all?
And how they'll deal with your anxiety?
Is that what that means?
Yeah,
I guess we should go with that.
we should go with it.
All right.
Let's see. Well, you know what? The Golden
I
Girls
see. Yeah,
are back.
I understand that.
The Golden Girls are back because they want to in on Valentine's Day.
Why not?
Why not? Is your mouse going bad again?
Nope.
Okay.
Not
I just
yet.
saw it move across my screen, or my mouse.
Our computers have a link
a weird
between
connection,
them.
just
and
like ours.
It's so weird.
So,
You too, Sonny.
and just like ours, Sonny. Yeah.
So Ari wants to know how her future spouse will deal with her anxiety.
Well, I'd like to think future spouses are. Do you see what he's doing here? All right. No,
He's
no,
being
no,
in
no.
your way.
He's in my way. And he's going to mess with the hearts and everything. Jeez, oh, Pete's.
He's so cute.
It's okay,
though.
Sonny. You stay right there. All right. Well, it's the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Think he wants you to deal with it yourself. No, I'm just teasing, Ari. We'll get to that. When the Knight of Wands is reversed, figures you'd pick a fire sign. And the Ten of Wands is reversed. Okay, I like this. I like some of this.
Yeah, I like it too. I mean, it has
Some
some
of it.
promise here.
Uh-oh.
I know what you're thinking. It's the mice, but it's also the ring.
Oh, boy. That's not something I want to see, but...
Really? Okay.
No, it's not. All right, let's look at the Queen of Pentacles. Well, that's you needing a little bit of understanding and tender loving care. You want people to understand, hey, you have stresses and anxieties, and, you would appreciate, since you're nurturing and caring about others so much, that maybe others would, reciprocate a little bit.
Well, you did ask about the future spouse, and so to me, this expresses their feelings. They want
It's true.
you. They want you to be better. They will want to care for you or help you find care.
I agree with that. I mean, I'm sure that's it, except then we've got that Knight of Wands reversed. Oh my God, that's so good. All right.
Well,
The Knight of Wands reversed indicates to me that, they may be a little bit reactive. They may be a little bit like, when you get anxious, you might make them get anxious. That's kind of what I'm looking at here with that
Yeah.
Knight reversed. Do you see that?
yeah, I see that.
And so you might not want the Knight of Wands anxious because they get a little bit careless. They make mistakes. They might say the wrong thing at the wrong time, too.
Hi, Russ.
Hi, Russ.
I agree with that. I think, you know, that there can be sort of a frictious kind of feel sometimes to the Knight of Wands reversed.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I think it indicates a specific kind of action like leaving
No.
or being mean or anything like
No.
that. But I think it's something there to note. It may have more to do with moving into that final card, the Ten of Wands reversed. And I think...
Well, I think here that, you know, once they overreact or get anxious with you, they may decide that the best thing to do is to try to ease up on you a bit. You know, to try to ease up and give you less pressure. You know, they realize maybe that, you know, if it's work getting bothering you, if it's something else that's making you anxious, they may determine that the best thing to do is to help you out. You know, help you out with whatever you're struggling with. So I think they're more an ally than not. It's just that you might put them a little bit on edge when you get anxious too. Go ahead.
doesn't look like we deleted the other question. We saw another question and we did it. Are we confused or what?
Ari, no, I saw the question.
Okay, it's all good. Well, you know, you're here often enough. We can do the other
Ari,
question
you're
too.
going to have to decide on one question when you come because it gets confusing for us here.
But I feel that the idea is moving into this relationship would work on finding ways to release the burdens. And some of that, maybe a spillover from the Knight of Wands, would be that there would be some trial and error here.
Yeah, I just wanted to double check. Both questions were still there. So I went with the bottom one.
Yeah.
But it's okay. You're good with it. And so basically I think you need to realize here though that these little stressors could impact on your commitment to each other. It could have minor impacts, you know, where, you know, you get them a little bit too stressed out too, and then, you know, sometimes arguments ensue. I don't see anything major here, like your anxieties would be a deal breaker, but they will cause some disruptions in your union. So, because the mice are there, you know, with the commitment.
Well, the point of fact is the question supposes that this person is already your spouse.
Right.
They're not going to leave you
Right.
immediately because you have an anxiety attack. To me, in a converse way, the ring could be saying, committed to helping you get through those small struggles, or the larger ones too.
Right. Anyway, it all is good. I think here that you got to remember sometimes when you are in a committed relationship that close and you're with each other, you know, for years, whatever the case may be, you will start to take on each other's attributes a little bit here. And so that's why I'm saying that Knight of Wands reversed could be, you know, happening because of your anxieties, okay? You might be triggering them. So
That's a good point.
it may work out. I think it may work out because they'll realize long term the best strategy is to just help you get through it. And that's that ten of wands. And I really like that.
Hi, Violet Ann.
I think it's showing a lot of supportiveness there.
So
hey, Violet
apparently,
Ann.
Russ is having some problems in the chat. He can't quite get in here, or it's not playing for him. He's going to restart.
All right.
Good luck with that, Russ.
All right, I just updated the list. I'll get it out there. That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Good luck,
And
Ari.
sorry for the confusion, Ari, but both questions were there. All right.
You're welcome.
And Jamie's Cowboys is up.
I'm going to grab my Tarot of the Animal Lords.
And let's see. Did you want a reading today, Jamie?
Yeah, sometimes you say you're just here to watch, but we have plenty of time here because it's not a very busy night.
Yeah. Oh, did I miss Garima come in?
I put it on the list. Jisud,
I don't see it.
I put it there. Maybe you erased it when you put the next one
I
down.
didn't think so, but okay.
I put it
When
there.
did they come in? Shoot.
Well, maybe I thought I did. Sorry.
Sorry, Garima. We'll get you
So
on
that
the
was
list.
after SP, right? Before Russ? I think it was.
No, Russ came first, apparently, so it's after Russ. Okay, I got it. And before Violet Ann.
I see
Garima,
that
if
you
you're
are
still
correct.
here, we've got you on the list now. Sorry.
Is my best friend a soul friend? Well, I don't know. Do they watch Soul Train? I
There
used to
we
love that
go.
show when I was a kid.
All right, well, hopefully Garima's still here. We'll see. Okay.
Well, I mentioned to them that we were adding them, but I
Okay.
forgot to add, I think.
Oops.
So hopefully they're still there. And if you're my age, you remember that show. I think it was on for a long time, though.
Which show?
Soul Train.
Soul Train.
The Soul Train. I used to
I
love that show. Yes. Get me some soul music. So we'll do the cards, but if we don't have a conclusive answer on whether your friend is your soulmate, we will do a yes or no. And here we go. You're right, country love.
Oh, man.
Well, actually, before you showed up, I think a few weeks back, some weeks back, we were talking about doing a karaoke show.
Karaoke.
Karaoke.
Whatever, karaoke.
We haven't figured it out yet. All
I
right,
hope we never do.
Jamie's Cowboys. You have the reversed moon. The moon
Now
is
you're
reversed.
partying. Very good, Russ.
We're too old to party, Russ, so go for it.
We were too sick. We really had it bad. Oh, man.
And then we have the Five of Cups upright. And then we have the Four of Swords reversed. So this is a kind of interesting cards for your question.
Okay, read them again. I'm sorry.
The Moon reversed.
Yes.
The Five of Cups upright. And the Four of Swords reversed.
The moon reversed. So
Is
are you
there-
soulmates? Well, the moon reversed is interesting. I think clarity, is coming on this. I don't know if it's from our cards here, but clarity is coming on this. And, you might feel it in your soul that may be true. And just with the recognition in mind, Jamie's Cowboys, and I know you know this, that just because you are soul mates doesn't mean you have that complete connection like that in this life necessarily.
It's not necessarily your mate.
Right. It may not necessarily be a life mate or anything like that. And soulmates kind of transcend that anyway. They're just a supportive, really symbiotic kind of relationship. And you can have that with friends, family, etc. But anyway, I think the moon might be indicating that. And as we move, do you want to talk on that?
Right. To me, I guess I'm going to take it a step further and say maybe very soon you will have something that actually confirms this, that you will find this to be true. I don't know if you ever talk with your best friend. Maybe it's something that's almost synchronicity of some sort.
So did you say that's the Hermit?
No, I did not say
Oh,
it's the Hermit.
what
I
is
said it was the Five of Cups.
The Five of Cups.
Upright.
Upright. Well,
And it's funny you mention that because I'm going to jump in here. I sort of feel the Five of Cups has a past life feel to me
I
about
felt
this.
it too.
Bam! Like maybe there was
Yeah.
something in your past life that maybe separated you or didn't allow you to be totally together, but your hearts and souls were, and so in future lives you will try to be together, or this is that future life.
Yeah, I'm not. He nailed that. I think here I was just going to say myself that I felt this card was connected with a past life where you suffered. One of you lost the other one. There was a loss. It could have been through death. It could have been through something tragic. It could have been a broken relationship. But for some reason, I don't know. I'm sort of thinking that it was something that you couldn't control. That one of you couldn't control. It just happened. So it sounds more like an accidental death, or maybe somebody who went off to, say, a war, got killed in battle. There was that kind of a disappointing separation.
We've done not recently, it's been a couple years now, some past life shows, and we want to do them again. They're really popular and they're really fun for us to do. We are supposed to try to do one this month.
But being sick might have thrown a damper on that.
We'll see. But as far as past lives go, I have this realization for myself that we transpose genders and all kinds of relationships. Like Banshee and I know that we have been siblings in the past, sometimes the same sex of either, or our own sexes, and it's just the way it works, I guess. Sometimes in between incarnations, a spirit or a soul just knows what it needs to do the next time around.
Final card?
Final card, Four of Swords reversed.
Yes. The Four of Swords reversed indicates to me that this is a reawakening and a re-energizing of your connection with this soul. That's what I feel here.
Yeah. Something is returning, and maybe it will be that full realization, You probably already know it now. You just wanted us to confirm it for you. Woman. Fox.
So this is a friend of yours. Is this somebody
her best friend.
Best friend. Okay.
Of course she's a soulmate.
Yeah, I think that there's a real attractive equality about this person. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. And there's something that draws you both together. The fox can be obviously a sensual card in its way, but it can also be a card of intense attraction. Okay, and so you seem to have attracted each other's energy, and I think here that this person is very smart. The fox is also a card of some craftiness. Now, that can have negative connotations, but since this reading is not really negative, I have to say that she seems to be very smart, intelligent, or this person seems to be very smart and intelligent.
Well, I'm going to comment on those in a moment, but I wanted to go back to what I was saying about past lives, and I feel like sometimes, it needs to be said, like maybe you were mated with this person in the past, or maybe this person was your mother, or your daughter, or your father, or something like that, and so that close connection is there and will move through maybe other timelines if it hasn't already done other ones behind. So it's very cool. The fox and the woman, I think Banshee's pretty right on that. A lot of times I feel the fox can be mischievous, but not necessarily a trickster per se. And it has a way of showing up as either kind of like a sneaky card or kind of like just a good card. Because it's here with the woman, which could be you, the inquirer.
Well, it could be her too.
Or it could be them.
Yeah.
I think it's a good card suggesting that maybe there's a clever reason why this all happens, and of course it's something with the past lives.
I don't think we need to do a yes no. I would say
no,
yes.
I don't think so either.
I would say
Aww,
yes.
That's so sweet of you to say that. Love your best friend.
Aww.
That's very sweet.
Sunny's my best friend. and I love him.
Chocolate's mine. Trauma bonded. Who knows? It could be. I mean,
It
that was
could be.
something.
You may have experienced more than one life with that person. I mean, that's something maybe to explore someday. And it's just one of, like, we've shared different lives together. We're pretty convinced. Some of, so it may not be a recurring theme, but it might be what's bringing you back together in this life. So, good luck with that.
Take care.
All right, we're on Country Love.
Hey, country love.
Yep, I almost
Need your
lost
mouse?
my cursor. There it is. All right.
And thank you. Yes, please give us likes, everybody, if you haven't already.
All right. See, we don't always disagree. We both clicked on that 5 of Cups. And we're both on the same wavelength there. All right, I got to
How
pick a
will
deck.
Valentine's Day go for me, says Country Love. Been in my feels lately. Well, we certainly hope it goes very well for you.
Okay, how will Valentine's Day go? Oopsie,
You're welcome, James.
shoot. I dropped it. Ah. All right, I'll have to get it, but I will wait.
And we do hope you're able to show up tomorrow or anytime. My emotional exchanges, it's a special episode. It'll actually be on at 10 a.m. And it's a special episode because we are live in the chat room.
Both
so
of us are live in
Kind
the
of like
chat.
Banshee's show on
Yeah.
Sundays, where we just have a pre-record show, but we're there in the chat room. It premieres live. So that's 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, we will do Who Gets Lucky.
Who gets lucky?
It was a lot of fun doing the show with you, Banshee.
Oh, what did you say?
It was a lot of fun.
Your
Yeah.
show was fun. I saw you tape it.
I'm confused.
I'm still trying to keep an aura of mystery about the darn show, Mr. O.
Oh, okay.
Gosh. All right, wait a minute. I got to do something.
Oh, that's so sad. My mom died 4 years ago this February 7th.
Oh.
And I just think about her all the time. Especially now.
5 years ago. Oh,
I'm sorry.
so sorry. All right, well. Oh boy, Country Love. You got the 2 of Cups reversed.
Hopefully it was not.
Swept away by Zeus.
Uh-oh.
The Emperor upright.
So we have some cognitive dissonance going on here.
But the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords is upright too.
It was a blizzard, and my mom lives on the other side of the state, and I wanted to get up there because I knew my sister told me she was passing, and the blizzard prevented me from getting up there. So it was really sad. I woke up literally at the exact minute that my sister later told me she passed away. I always wake up early anyways, but I remember getting up, looking at the clock and saying, I got to call and see if I can get up there. And it was 6:28 in the morning. I always wake up early. And my sister answered and she said she just passed. And that was the time.
Well, the one thing, about this read, what do you got there?
The cross and the child. Okay. Enough about me. Let's get on with your reading.
Well, Country Love, it's almost as if what you were talking about, your father's death has kind of maybe brought itself into this reading a little bit here today. He's on your mind, right? And you've been thinking about it. You miss him. I'm looking at that child and that cross in particular. And that child is you. That child is you working through your grief, for your father. And that's very understandable. You may be focusing right now a little bit. You said you're feeling the feels lately. And so you might be focusing on, maybe loss or relationships gone by that didn't work out, that 2 of Cups reversed. It's noteworthy to me to see the Emperor in the middle of that 2 of Cups reversed and the 9 of Swords upright. because the Nine of Swords upright is about fears and anxieties, you know. If we allow our fears and anxieties from past relationships to overwhelm us, or difficulties we may have had with others or with loss in general, it's kind of hard to move forward into a new beginning. And I feel here the Emperor. The Emperor here is saying use Valentine's Day to empower yourself. Use Vampire's Day. I'm channeling Scorpio here. Use Valentine's Day to strengthen your love for self, and to really remind yourself that you are worthy of love. You are capable of attracting love, and that you love who you are. That's tantamount here. I think Valentine's Day, if you have nothing else going on, is a day to shower yourself with love.
Go see Captain America. It just came out. Maybe you don't like that. We got invited, but I told him no.
Oh.
Mandy.
Is that the day it comes out? Yeah.
Well, I guess there was a showing tonight.
I see.
It may come out today. Anyway, I have a different feel about this one, Country Love, because I wonder if the disharmony or distrust may be within yourself with yourself, that maybe you don't trust some of your feelings, or maybe you don't trust that you are in harmony with your basic self for some reason. Just a thought I'm throwing out there. But I like most of the other things that Banshee said. I feel like the Emperor is here to say, you can do this, you can grow. You need to realize that there is a support group around you. No Emperor is without
That's true.
a row of, counselors and advisors, people that he talks to, other people who rule different principalities for him. The principalities of your heart and your life may need to have a little conversation with other people who are helpful here. And last, when I was drawn to the Nine of Swords, I look at the bottom, and on this particular version it says, the power of illusion. Not illusion. And so I feel like this is saying sometimes, we have to understand that the misery we may feel is not our totality, and that we can work through that and realize that it's over. It's gone, just like an illusion can be gone. And so I think that does lead me to finally the Child and the Cross saying, you're working through this. It may take you a while, but you are working through your grief.
Right. And true, if it's about relationships, you're working through your past sorrows still. You got to take it slow on yourself and easy on yourself. You'll be all right. I think Valentine's Day is just a time to strengthen your love for self. And even if, hey, you go out there searching for someone else, go out with the right attitude, that you deserve love, you're worthy of love, and that you love you. And that nobody can take that away from you, and when you show that side of yourself to the world, you attract that love back. And also, be like the Emperor. The Emperor is not like the person in the White House right now, let's just say. This Emperor is benevolent, he's loving, and he cares for his subjects. The more love you throw out at the world right now, the more you're going to get back. So just keep that in mind, because the more hatred somebody puts out in the world, the more they're going to get back. So what is it you'd rather attract? Be the good Emperor. That's my political statement for the day.
Yeah, and keep your clothes on. We don't need another Emperor with no clothes.
That's what we have for you. I wish you luck with that. And good luck, and I'm sorry about your father. It's really interesting because this is the month that my parents married, February. I think it happened like, your mother died February 7th?
Yeah.
I think theirs was February 6th or February 4th. I keep thinking it's the 6th.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so long ago.
We'll see you again. Don't forget our show tomorrow or happy hour on Saturday.
Yeah, we'll be live in the chat tomorrow. All right. I'm actually all in on being live in Mr. O's chat.
Yes, it was supposed to be a spoiler, but I kind of blew it.
Darn it!
Who else would show up? Only you. All right, we are on.
Well, thank you, Ruts. I appreciate that acknowledgement.
Thank you, Russ. That's very sweet.
But it's very true. And, some people think that's platitudinous, and some people rebel against that thought, saying that's not right, that's not fair. But you know what? It is. If you don't love yourself, how do you expect anybody else to love you? I mean, come on. So I just to that. To those naysayers.
Was that my deck? That was your deck.
That
right?
was my deck, and
all right,
you
Libra's
are
up,
doing...
and Libra wants to know what's coming towards them.
Okay.
So I'm going to use a newer deck of mine. I love it. The Universal Folk Tarot.
Ooh, nice.
I'm going to show a little view of it. That's one of them there. They are pretty. That's the back. And we'll do your reading. What's coming towards Libra?
Okay.
In addition to Happy Hour and the Emotional Exchanges, don't forget to watch Banshee's Material Matters at 10 a.m. on Sunday morning.
I wanted to say that, my prediction about my illness was right. It's taking me almost a full another week to get rid of this cough. That's what's remaining. I'm fine other than the cough.
Alrighty, what's coming towards Libra? It's the reversed Ace of Cups. So, something you may have been expecting, a new development in possibly your love life or possibly the life of all the people you love, your home life even. It may be delayed or there may be a problem there. You might have been, trying to do something like plan for a special occasion, Valentine's Day, and maybe there's a problem there. What's coming towards you? It could be the sense, that maybe some things are not forever when it comes to emotions. And this may not be about a primary relationship. It could be about children not as close to you or family not as close to you, other people. So it may suggest that maybe there is a little bit of a disturbance in the emotional realms around you. Things aren't quite connected.
Yeah, so I think what's coming towards you, Libra, is either you are closing your heart to love, you're kind of shutting down a little bit, or, you feel shut out by somebody you love. That's a possibility too here. There's some disappointment in something that should be bringing you joy. And it's not coming through that way. So if it's not about love, it's just about something that you thought was going to make you really happy, but it's fallen kind of flat.
Why is this important? And it's the Devil reversed.
Oh.
Well, maybe it's important to realize that you might have felt some sense of obligation or bond to this thing, but maybe there was a codependency of some sort there, or there was sort of an over-reliance, and maybe coming to this understanding allows you to free yourself from things that maybe have worn out in time, certain bonds or connections that no longer are present. Maybe this gives you the strength to say goodbye to certain situations or relationships that are no longer as valid. The Devil reversed.
Yes, no. I'm thinking. Well, why is this important is that maybe it is time to free yourself from something that just is not bringing you the joy or happiness that you had hoped it would. It's one thing to follow a dream, a desire, a passion, but it's entirely another to cling to it when the results seem to be the same. It's like a shut door, a shut heart, just nothing that brings joy.
So where will this lead? And it's the reversed Eight of Pentacles. And I think it suggests you have work to do. You have work to do either with relationships you have or with situations that depend upon the connections and relationships. I think this is saying that you could find that there's a stagnation or a slowdown in other things going on in your life, and that could be because of either depression over this issue or because it removes certain other conditions from moving forward too. If there was a plan here and now the plan is faltering, you have to regroup somehow.
Well, I'm going to go a little bit differently with Mr. O on this one and just say that where this is heading is I think you're going to make the decision to not work on this anymore, to give up the ghost on it. It's not worth the time and energy and effort, maybe, but don't look at it as time wasted. Look at what you've learned through the experience. There's always something, okay? So don't feel it's time wasted. It just didn't work out as planned. It just didn't work out as you had hoped and dreamed it would. But you know what? We all have to go through things like that. That's just a fact of life. Not everything turns out the way we would desire.
Lenormand. First there is a mountain, then there is no mountain, then there is the letter.
So see, it could be some news or something that you hear, but it looks like news to me coming to you. Maybe somebody writing to you that just sets you off. Whatever the case may be, this news is presenting obstacles in your path. And I think it's in your path to achieving that happiness that you had hoped for. And maybe you're starting to think to yourself, you know what? These mountains, they're just too high to climb. They're just not worth the effort, which I think is why that Eight of Pentacles
it reinforces
is
the idea of the Eight of Pentacles.
Yeah.
But I think what you're saying is that something physical, communication-wise, email, letter, whatever it is, kind of drives that point home.
Yeah. So good luck with that, Libra.
Good luck,
Show
Libra.
better news.
We will try again some other time.
All right, Nicole is up.
Hi,
Hi,
Nicole.
Nicole. And they did leave a question. All right.
Do you want me to look for it?
I'm going for it.
Oh, okay.
Just give me a sec. I might have went... Oh, there. Hold on. Okay, I saw where Nicole came in, but I'm not seeing a question.
Maybe Nicole didn't leave one. Let's
I
look.
thought they did.
Nicole, if you're here, you might want to give us your question again if you don't mind.
Oh, here it is.
We got it. We got it.
What is the outcome of me and Keith?
Ah, okay.
Okay.
The outcome of me and Keith. That's going to be your cards.
Yep. I'm going to grab this one.
And I'll remind everybody that in addition to all the other shows I've mentioned, we're back live Sunday afternoon from 2 to 4 p.m.
Throw the happy hour reminder out again.
I will.
Happy hour is going to be later on Saturday.
Yes, it's going to be at 4:30, despite what it says there about 10.
4 p.m.
4 p.m. Sorry. I don't know why I like 4:30.
Well, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I'm working in the morning, so
Yeah.
we'll do it in the afternoon.
If he makes it there, we're supposed to have a big snowstorm.
Ah.
I know. He's had already to take off most of this week ill, so... What's another day, huh? Oh, sad. Here we go. Okay. The outcome of Keith and Nicole. Well, I got the Prince of Coins up right here.
And he's upright, yes.
We have the High Priestess reversed. It's interesting, it's all coins. And we have the Six of Coins upright. All right. Lenormand? Crossroads.
The Tower
Wow.
and the Crossroads. And just to remind that Lenormand's Tower is not really Tarot's Tower. It's a little different.
It's a little different, but there are some
There are some similarities.
similarities.
You want me to
Okay,
start?
what is the outcome? The final outcome of you and Keith? Well,
The Prince is the Knight, right?
pardon me.
The Prince is the Knight.
The print. Oh, that's right. I said the page. It is the Knight of.
Okay.
Thank you. We had that too this week. It is the Knight of Pentacles. That's different. Well, it's really hard to say if this person is coming or going at this point.
They're not moving fastly. They're moving steadily, but not necessarily fast.
Right. They're moving at their own pace and determining what direction they want to go in. I think with the High Priestess, I want to combine that Knight in a way with that High Priestess reversed here and saying that, they're trying to achieve some clarity right now. They're trying to really figure things out. And they're having some problems doing that.
It may be that they place a lot of emphasis on certain physical things in their life, and the clarity they desire or seek may be how that actually interfaces with you. So realistically, if this is a love relationship, which I don't know if it is, maybe this could be, the difference between somebody who wants a house in the city, somebody who wants a house in the country, that kind of thing. But if it's another kind of relationship, then it just might mean other things going on, other objects or situations in the relationship that they want a clarification, like, can I still do this, or can I do that, or how will that change this? I'm sort of floundering, but
Oh, no. That last card is interesting to me here, Nicole. So, for example, if there has been difficulties in this relationship, friendship, partnership, etc., I feel here that maybe this person is trying to look for a way to either compromise or find a way to meet in the middle here. That 6 of coins is about equanimity, and fairness. What's fair and right for all involved? And in a way, it's like a mini justice card, but maybe a little bit more material. So I think here that they're trying to find a way to find a compromise, or a way to, hey, can't we try to work things out equitably?
the clarification that I suggested here that might have been about physical things seems to be kind of honed in by that one too, that maybe it's a question of what the parameters are, physical or otherwise, in whatever kind of relationship it is.
So the Crossroads and the Tower, I was trying to wrap my head around that. And it's interesting because I've talked about the 6 of Pentacles being a mini justice, and sometimes the Tower can be legal matters, legal kinds of situations. But, which could be marriage, of course. It could be divorce, of course. So it could be either. But the thing is with the Crossroads, it's almost as if something is standing at the crossroads here. The other thing the Tower can be about is about isolation and loneliness. And so I'm wondering here if there's been a separation or some differences that are dividing you. That's what's going on here. That's at the crossroads right now, which means, again, that really your outcome could go either way. But it looks like this person might be interested in trying to find some way to, make sure everything is in harmony and balanced.
And to me, I put that crossroads aligning a little bit with the High Priestess reverse, because I think this is saying there is an opportunity to do this thing with the clarification, to understand that, and that maybe understanding where each of you are, put you at the crossroads for where you can determine, do you move forward into something that is more sustainable, or some sort of, firm situation between you two? All right.
That's the best we can do. That's what the cards gave us. Good
Thanks,
luck with
Nicole.
that, Nicole.
Hope
Good to
you
see
enjoyed
you.
that. Yeah, it's been a little while.
All right, SP is up now, and they did post a question.
Yes. It was about the house, I think, that they're
Okay.
buying, her and her husband.
Okay, is the house we bought lucky for me and my husband? Events happening in this week have been a bit stressful. Okay, let's take a look at the
Okay, I'm
house.
going to use the Modern Love Tarot for that. 'Cause
Let's
it
look
is
at the
Valentine's Day.
house's energy, shall we? All right. You're adorable. You are. Yes, you are, son man. Go grab some more food. It's like, should I go? Should I get some?
All right. 3 cards. The Fool reversed. The Star reversed.
Oh boy.
The Queen of Wands reversed. And I almost feel like there is something weird energy-wise going on here. I'll explain. But right away when I saw the Fool reversed, I thought that's trickster energy, which maybe could translate to lucky, unlucky. Ah, but here's the Clover, which is about luck, and it's never reversed. And here's the Child. So I know what that means, but we'll get to that in a bit. What was the question? Is it unlucky for them?
Yeah, is it lucky for them? Is it lucky for them? But there's been some weird incidents. I would say that, there is some difficult energy here. The Fool reversed is, I don't want to say this, but I would be careful in that house of accidents happening. Okay? Because the Fool reversed can be a little bit reckless. But to me, if I'm looking at it as the energy of the house, just say, make sure, be mindful of accidents when you're walking. If there's stairs or just obstructions, be
Right.
aware.
Be mindful of things that possibly need repair that are not strong enough. For example, stairs that might not support weight or things like that.
The stars could indicate reverse that you're having your doubts. I just think that maybe,
It reflects that,
I don't know if it's one of you or both of you are beginning to wonder if you made, the right choice. So you're having some pessimism, some doubts about it, now that you're there. If you are, I assume you've moved in. And
The Queen of Wands reversed.
And the Queen of Wands reversed, it's making me feel like,
Inconfident.
well, but I'm wondering about the house itself.
Okay.
Does it need some work? Does it need some freshening up? Maybe this is just a sign to me that you might need to do some things to lighten the energy of the house. Whatever it is, bring in more live plants or things that would change and shift the energy of the house. And that's what I'm thinking here is maybe the house is suffering from a little bit of, past neglect in a way. Not that it's in bad shape or anything, but that people didn't really appreciate it enough who might have been there before. I'm assuming it's not a brand new house, but if it's brand new, then it really needs to be shown a bit of love and to make yourself comfortable there.
I lost my mouse again, but I'm coping. Hi, Lorraine. We are going to add you to the list.
Yeah, we can still add you. It's still early enough, and we're
Okay,
moving
so
through
SP
it.
says it's brand new.
It is brand new. So you need to maybe just show it now, love, and that, this is your place. Of course, houses are on land. And, land may have its own energy. And so, like for example, here in this country, SP, for example, sometimes if somebody builds something on an ancient burial ground or something like that, or an old graveyard, or you're too close to a graveyard, there could be ramifications. So, there might be something attached to the land, and all I can say is do your best to try to brighten and enhance loving energy in the home.
SP, I'd like you to come back and ask this question or one similar to it the next time you come, because I don't like leaving you this way. I mean, I don't feel this is the totally depressing, but I want to be able to look at it in another way, maybe on another occasion. I do feel that this says that maybe turning the luck around that may be associated with the house will take a while. You'll have to keep working at it. That's the Child and Clover. Luck can return to you or this environment. I didn't really address the Queen of Wands, and
go ahead.
I think the Queen of Wands could be saying that you may feel like underplaying certain things or about the house or about the situation, like not giving it more power by talking about it in that respect, that there's something basically unlucky about. Because it's not only about the possibility that maybe it is the property, but it's also how you feel about it. Your and your husband's own feelings may influence the luck there too.
That's true.
So that's why you have to keep moving towards feeling lucky and projecting luck into your environs.
Well, I don't think I'm going to question this reading. It came up for a reason. Whether...
Maybe.
Number 13. Well, maybe, some people think number 13 is an unlucky number while others think it's a high-powered number. So it depends what school of thought you have and what energy you're putting into that.
From the numerology perspective, 13 is 1 plus 3, which is 4, and 4 is a much better number. Yeah. It usually talks about monetary things, things that are successful, things like that.
Hey, Ray, I'd like to get to talk to those cards now. I think here with the Child and Luck, what it's basically saying is, it is a new house. It may take some time to acclimate to it. I feel here the Child is saying, do a little bit at a time to change the luck vibe in your house. Make it lively, freshen it up with, nice artwork or things that will make it really feel comfortable and happy to you. If you have to paint or if you feel like the colors aren't right, maybe you want to throw in colors that instill joy and happiness, into the home. There are many things you can do to shift and change energy in a home. And I do think there might needs to be a little of that in a new home. You want to put your mark on it. You want to put both of your positive energies into this house because it's new and it's like an open book and it's waiting to be filled by you. So make it so.
Bring in, some small plants that are easy to care for, have them in nice spots, things like that. If you're devotional at all, consider setting up a little area,
right.
A little area where you can pray. That's your own area, or with your husband, have a devotional statue, light incense or candles. Do things like that.
Right. And I gotta throw something else out here, SP. I don't know if you have children with your husband already, but maybe a new child into the house will also lighten the energy up someday. So if you are thinking about starting a family, there's like a green light here with that Clover and the Child to do so.
That's very nice.
So good luck with that. I mean, it's not all bad news. I think it can be shifted. I think it absolutely can be shifted. So I wish you luck with that.
All right.
And yeah, it's good to do the numerology of your house. If you actually have a street address and you can do the numerology of the street and your house number, that might be good too. There's all kinds of little things you can do there as far as looking at the numerological associations go. So good luck with that.
All right. And Russ is up, and Russ asks for his friend Sarah, wants to know if her deceased brother Greg has a message for her. All right.
Her deceased brother Greg has a message. Okay. Let's use this one. All right.
I'm not sure what happened there. So yeah, we are currently holding at 807. We need more subscribers, so tell all your friends to subscribe. There's no prize though.
Well, there's free readings.
There is that.
You know,
Free
right
readings.
here, right now.
There you go.
There's entertaining videos. Entertaining and informative.
And musical.
All right. How's that Lenormand going? Okay. So what's the message? Four of Pentacles reversed. Well, wow. That could be a twofold message here. Did Greg die a while back? It's been a while, Russ. I might be picking that up here with this card. At any rate, Greg might be saying that he is letting go and moving on, you know.
Well, I think that's the message for Sarah. That
is it. That's what I meant.
Oh, I thought you said
Oh, you
he
know,
is.
oh,
A
that they
message
should
from
let go
Greg
and move
for
on.
Sarah.
I was gonna. That's why I said I had two ways of reading it. But go ahead.
Okay, well, I think it's possible. 2008, so it is a little while ago.
Yeah.
That's the year after my dad died.
I feel like they might be transiting.
Well, is it possible that maybe Greg wants Sarah to move on in her own way too, if she's overly, hanging on to that? I don't know. I mean, you might know better. I could see that, because there's a letting go process here.
It's definitely a letting go process.
Is he telling
card.
Sarah to let go more, or is he saying, I am letting go more? Is he saying he is not going to be able to communicate in the future, or that he won't be as easy to communicate with?
Yeah. So let's see. Oh, it's the Two of Wands upright.
So why is this important?
Oh my gosh.
The Two of Wands.
Because he's moving on.
Because he is moving on.
Or he wants to see Sarah move on to other things, other adventures, to enjoy life more, to experience new things. If he has a really key message for Sarah, I almost think instead of doing the why is this important, that's the message, is that he wants to see her exploring new things and living life to the fullest. That Two of Wands is kind of like that to me in a way. It's adventurous. It's wanting to learn more or explore more. And so I could see that. But I could also see it tying into what I said about him moving on, that he's ready for his next incarnation. His next new adventure.
Well, on my view, if Greg is talking to Sarah, it's important because Greg realizes that Sarah has accomplished so much, but still has more to do. And that's the typical meaning of the Two of Wands. Somebody who feels like they can do more, and they're gonna.
Yeah.
All right, so
I
where
agree,
does
it's
this
part
lead
of
to?
the Two of Wands. I don't know if it's the main.
Okay.
So where are things headed? He's going to transition to a woman. No. It's the Queen of Swords.
Oi. Well, that would take some snipping.
But isn't it interesting that the Queen of Swords has wings there and kind of looks butterfly-esque?
It does.
So, it's kind of like a transformational thing. But I think here what it's saying is that, make the decision to as Mr. O puts it, either to let go and, get more done in life, or that, that make the decision that, and understand that, Greg's time now is more limited than ever because he is going to be moving on. He's made that choice now, I think. I think souls don't just get pulled places necessarily without some impetus to go there, from the soul itself. The soul knows what it needs, right?
Some thoughts of metaphysics say that there is a specific time where souls maybe are understanding their lives and their lessons of their lives before they consider how they move on to another incarnation.
Yeah.
So this could be what's going on. But I think that where it leads to is maybe Greg saying to Sarah, you still have important decisions to make of your own. You still have things to do, and they want you to do them in confidence and knowing that if there anything that you would have said, Sarah, it's important for me to know what Greg felt. Greg says, go with it.
Both these messages are valid, really. Just because I see him wanting her to know that he is moving on doesn't mean he didn't have another message for her.
Well, this is interesting because we get the bear, but we also get the scythe. And of course, it's that two-pronged scythe. Do they cancel each other out? Maybe it's not leaning either way.
I'm sorry. But I think, again, the bear is talking about cutting something. Cutting a cord, cutting away from, cutting away from who they were, it's just really, this is a toughie for me. I think the message too would be is, I don't know. Do you have any idea?
Well, it could be that I'm going to pull it into the reading. I don't think it's separate.
Well, it should be part of the reading, I think.
Sometimes they're separate.
Not in this case.
Depending on the question.
Right.
Greg doesn't want to do anything that maybe, or wants you to do anything that takes away from your strength and power.
Oh.
Because the scythe has a cutting effect where it may be delegatory towards your processes.
Well, he just led me there, and I think that was the missing link. Is Greg would want Sarah to know, don't allow this cutting of, connection with me to disempower you, to make you feel less than, like you've lost something. No, he is moving in accord with his soul now, and he has to do what he has to do. But don't allow this to make, Sarah feel less empowered, like a lost soul, because this is just a natural process and order of things. So that's what I have. Thank you. You really kind of, as soon as you said the thing with, cutting.
Best wishes to Sarah.
Realized it.
Thanks, Russ.
Good luck with that, Russ and Sarah. And Garima, are you here?
Hi, Garima.
Know if you posted a question.
I'm going to look for it while you chat or something. Chat. Go ahead and chat.
There, you are here. Yay.
Hi.
I'd really like to know Tatiana's impression of me. Will this be a genuine friend I will have? Also, if I may ask about Nicole, does she not want to be friends anymore? Well, it's two questions.
We can see about the latter part, but we're going to mostly handle
Let's focus on the first part first, Garima, and we might be able to do something small with that. Maybe we could do a yes-no on that.
We got a little time, so we could do a quick yes or no for that.
Well, maybe we'll do the bigger yes-no. We'll see. All right.
One or the other.
Your deck, Mr. O.
All righty.
And the first part of the question is, what's Tatiana's impression, and will this be a genuine friend?
Okay. I'm going to use my Deviant Moon Tarot.
All right, Garima, we'll take care of you.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad Sarah enjoyed that or got something out of it. So, should we do the first question as the yes or no?
Thank you guys, all of you. Thank you, Sarah.
Appreciate
Thank
that.
you, Russ. Thank you, Garima. Thank you all.
Tell you what, we'll do the latter one as the yes or no, and we'll do this one as just a basic what does it tell us. We can still, try to do a yes or no if we need to for it. But we got you. Because actually, we are pretty near the end of our list anyway, so I think we have a little time. All right, so our first card is Justice Upright, followed by the Knight of Wands.
Upright?
Upright.
Nice.
Nice, this is nice. And then the reverse Two of Pentacles.
Okay, well, that's really interesting with Justice upright there.
I think so.
And the Knight of Wands in the middle. So we'll have to look at that a little bit. But
That's what we're doing then.
I'm feeling pretty good about Tatiana here.
Yeah.
I think that first card indicates to me a lot of equality in this relationship. Like, if you're kind and good to Tatiana and a good friend, she will respond in kind. I think that she's genuine, and I think she wants equal treatment. She wants to be treated, the same. And so I think that's a very positive here.
Yeah, this seems like there's a lot of fairness in terms of her impression of you, and that, that she feels the equanimity, as Banshee would say. So I think that's a really good impression, that she sort of feels you are somebody she could count on.
Yeah, maybe it's you are somebody she can relate to, that maybe if you don't have a lot in common, you just understand each other. And there's
Nice.
a balance there, so it's really kind of nice.
That sounds wonderful.
And the second card, though, is the
Knight of Wands.
Knight of
upright.
Wands. And that's indicating to me that this could move forward in a positive direction, in a growthful direction. So, I mean, if you want to remain just friends, it will be a great, strong friendship.
There's something about this that inspires confidence in each other, that you really will probably become pretty good friends over time, or within the time that is necessary. It feels, the Knight of Wands is like charismatic and charming and brave. And so sometimes, when you're becoming friends, you have to be brave enough to say certain things and see how it goes. But it seems to suggest to me that this could turn into a really good relationship.
Now,
The Two of Pentacles reversed.
what I think here, though, is that you guys might have a little difficulty from time to time with other things in your life that get in the way of your friendship. You're going to have to kind of accept that each other have, obligations or responsibilities that may occasionally take precedence over the friendship.
I like that. And remember, this was about her impressions of you. So this is how she sees you, just backtracking, that she sees you as this really brave, confident, charismatic person that would bring good things into their life, maybe. So I agree with Banshee on the reverse Two of Pentacles, that there's still maybe some areas where there's a little bit of, this is mine and I'm going to deal with it on my own. And of course, that could say things like, well, all of us have a few little ghosts in our closet or our attic, so give it time and see how it goes. Trust has to be built before everything really comes together, I guess.
Yeah, and as far as impressions go, that Knight of Wands, again, she feels like this could be really growthful and positive for her too. Let's move on to the Lenormand, though. Let's see what we've got here.
And it's the crossroads.
Got those darn crossroad again, but
Those darn crossroads. But look, it's the stork.
this sounds to me, I'm just going to say it, and I hope I'm right, is that this could be a really good beginning for the two of you. She may be feeling that way. You think you're feeling that way. And the crossroads is here just to say, Where you want to take this from here, the two of you, that's up to you. Right, you know, how far you're going to take this friendship. If you're going to, in other words, if you're just going to be, you know, occasional buds, or if you're going to be, you know, more close-knit and tighter, doing a lot of things together and enjoying each other's company.
Well, you obviously know them in real life. You
Yeah.
mentioned that you've given a gift and things like that. So I think that's really wonderful. I have a feeling that that's what this means, really, that you will be very compatible as friends.
Yeah, so I'm hoping, you know, this works out for you. I wish you luck. Good luck with that.
Oh, you theater people.
Now let's do that yes, no,
Or whatever
on
you do creatively.
the other part of the question.
All right, so the other part was about Nicole.
Yeah.
And
Also,
does she not
Nicole,
want to
does
be
she
friends
want
anymore?
to be? Does she not want to be friends anymore?
so
And
we
then
can
you
do that with a quick yes or no.
And then you said, I'd love a more well, she said, Nicole's been in no contact with me, and I don't know if I want to spend more time on her. Okay.
So simple yes or no.
Yeah.
You want to shuffle them too?
I will.
Alrighty.
And I'm going to get the list updated and out there for the next reading after. Right. So we'll finish this up and then we'll get to Violet Ann.
And then Lorraine.
Wow, we're ahead of schedule today. What? How did we do that?
I don't know. So tomorrow, if you're on the web and you see this notification saying that we are live now, it's really a premiere for our emotional exchanges, which will
For
be on
your
tomorrow
emotional.
at 10 tomorrow, and I will be live in the chat room along with a special guest.
Oh, I'm counting. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. All right.
I picked him up. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine. We have two yes or no methods. One's a lot of counting.
So I actually did this and I didn't say anything and I'm feeling bad. But I did this to say, should you give up on Nicole? You know, is she a true friend anymore? And, well, or because she's not a true friend anymore.
I'm gonna get.
I got to count this again while he's 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Well, yes, okay. It's leaning towards yes heavily. So I think that you could safely give up on Nicole.
Yes, she does not want to be.
She may not want to be your friend anymore. We've got the Ace of Cups reversed here. And on the other side was the Ace of Wands. And in the middle was the King of Pentacles upright. So
Well, that says she's too much work. She's too much work.
she is too much work. But also this could indicate to me that she's really putting her interests elsewhere. She may be focusing on some other areas of her life right now and not
That's a good way to
really
look at it.
interested in keeping the friendship going. That's what it looks like to me because she may be busy. She may be busy working on other things that she's placed above your friendship. So I think you should take that for what it's worth and just let it go.
You're just in time, Shan. We will add you.
Jan, you come awfully late. It's been a habit, and
Should I close the list?
fortunately,
I close
we
the
can
list?
fit you in now. No, we've only got 3 people on the list, though, now, so I think we could do...
Well, we can take 10 minutes
Yeah.
on each. No, we can't. You're welcome.
So she got engaged. See, she's busy. Yeah, I would let her go.
You know, people like that, sometimes they're fair weather friends, and
Yeah.
they may be dating, and then when they're not dating, then you're their friend, and then they find somebody, so they're dating, and you're not their friend, or you're not as close of a friend.
Okay, Violet Ann is asking a career question.
We love you too, Shan. Career advice.
Yep. I got
Let's
my
see what we
deck.
can do.
Okay. My cursor's... Okay, there it goes.
We had a friend like that many years ago.
Oh, what? Oh, hold on a minute.
Yes, basically, Nicole is not interested in being in your friend. I mean, I don't think she hates you, but and I should move these cards.
I just think she's busy and deciding to put her attentions elsewhere, maybe on the engagement, etc.
Yeah, mentioning the engagement kind of gave us that idea, I guess.
No, I saw it after.
I see.
Okay.
Well, I saw it way up. Is it my deck? No, it was my deck.
Yeah. You just did your deck.
Seems like I'm always just doing my deck. Hi, Kyle. We will add you to the list.
All right, we can close the list after Kyle. That's it. All right.
Thank you, Kyle. I just had a remarkable recovery today. Well, it wasn't remarkable, but it was just like, it started off bad, but probably by about 1 or 2, noonish, I was feeling a lot better. Thank you, Kyle.
Oh my goodness, he was having such a bad time. I still have the
we're good.
cough,
We're good.
but
Don't
I'm
worry.
okay otherwise.
We're good. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm
But
putting
the list is closed with you.
The list is closed up. I'm pinning it. Everybody who's on the list gets a reading.
So that's Violet Ann, Lorraine, and Shan, and Kyle. All right. You're welcome, Karima. And no, we didn't forget you, Violet Ann. So we will focus.
I've been focusing on career. What's coming career-wise? Oh, well, we got the Six of Swords upright.
It's upright? Oh, it is.
We've got Judgment upright. All that good stuff. And the Five of Pentacles is upright.
Okay, well, I want to just flip out here. Do you mind? Should I show these?
Go ahead.
So in the Lenormand, we have the garden. And we have you, Venus, the woman, whatever, or a person.
Oh.
But I think the Six of Swords says, combined with Judgment, says you really need to get away from what you think your career options are. Try to find something really different. You need to have an epiphany about what your career should be, perhaps. And it may involve movement, physical movement even, but not necessarily, but maybe accepting the idea of some radical career change or thinking about how you can do that may involve some movement in your head, at least, about how you really need to align that, where you need to take certain kinds of classes or get a certain kind of certification. What will you have to do to move towards something that really changes your career? Because I think that's the career advice, is you really need to do something different, something that's uplifting or very different from what you've had before. We'll add you, Kara.
Oh my God.
But stop being late.
Kara, what happened to you? Did you sleep in? Sonny was waiting
Happy
and waiting.
Valentine's.
And he's gone now.
Who is?
Sonny.
Yeah. Oh, that means he'll be back, Kara, right?
All right, honestly, we got to stop. Because, now
We love you, Kara.
Victoria's
Of
going
course
to
we
come
do.
in, right? Is that what's going to happen next?
If you told Victoria...
Because we got to stop somewhere. All right. Now, Violet Ann, I really like the way this started out here. I really do. I like the fact that the Six of Swords is here. Clearly, you want to move into something that is going to be more comfortable for you, make you feel more, less stressed.
Less
You don't
troublesome.
want something that is going to be, too pressure on you, for whatever it would be. Like, for example, you don't want to work in an ambulance. You don't want to work in an ER. Something really stressful, a stressful sales environment. You want something calm, something that you can really enjoy the work that you're doing as opposed to always feeling stressed out. And that's what you really want to move towards. And I feel here with Judgment, this may mean that you may have to revise yourself in some way, as Mr. O has said. Judgment calls for a remake of some sort. So is this remaking your career aspirations? Is this remaking how you present yourself to prospective employers? I mean, that's what maybe needs to be done here. Whoever is judging and looking at you has to see somebody who is really going to be what they are looking for. So, you have to be a little bit of a chameleon, I feel, with a job search. In other words, you have to be able to tell people exactly what they need to hear in order to move forward. And I feel with the Five of Pentacles here, I don't know, I think this might be discussing your present situation, just the fact that it's hard for you to find that perfect fit right now. You've been struggling to find a perfect fit. And that may continue for a little while yet. I think he alluded
That's how I was
that.
going to say it. I didn't really say it yet, but that's how I was going to say it, was that this idea of looking for your right place is going to be present throughout this. And maybe that is what you need to keep in mind to give you that hunger to keep going, to not give up.
But I do feel with the Six of Swords here, it could indicate movement, that you are moving in that direction. True. You may have been thinking about this for some time, that you need something that's going to really be less stressful for you, and maybe less of a financial, weight on you. In other words, a job that will pay you enough to make you feel more comfortable, like you're in the right place. I think with you and the garden, that's indicating to me a lot of networking. You've got to get out there and just do a lot of networking if you want to move out of where you're at now, or if you want to move up where you're at now, you need to be getting in with the right people. If it's a matter of that, then you really need to start networking more and making yourself more visible and looking like a key player to the people that can make a difference for you there.
The other thing about the garden is that in the modern parlance, and especially when we're talking about job advice, it absolutely refers to your online presence. So building that up is going to be a big part of this too. It's not enough to just, get out there and network, but you absolutely have to do that. But you have to have a really good internet profile or footprint, as they say too, I think. And of course, a lot of networking happens online these days.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with
Violet.
that. I hope that helped.
And I think
Lorraine
it's Lorraine,
is
right?
up.
Hi, Lorraine. And Lorraine is new, I think. I think
Yep.
she said she just started watching us. So thank you. Appreciate that.
All right. And I think they may have posted a question. Let's take a look. Pleasure. We added them to the list. I don't see a question.
Yes, that does sound like it could be about collaborations, Violet Ann. So to some degree.
It could be.
I don't think that's its strongest point, but I think it works because you see that. We don't necessarily see how you might operate when you're trying to network or, posting resumes, whatever you're doing there. But I think in context, that's probably what that did mean, or could work towards that. Good luck. And you're welcome.
Okay.
Okay, so did we have a question?
I'm looking again.
Okay, I'll look for it.
to be sure. But I think I see where they came in, but I did not see.
Hi, Lorraine. If you're here and you want a reading, we can do that, but you got to give us a question. Aw, thank you. Yeah, you're right. She didn't leave us a question. So we will just briefly mention a show or two, and if Lorraine has not shown up, we will move on. You're
Yep.
moving my mouse away. So Banshee's Material Matters is on Sunday mornings, and we are live in the chat room for her wonderful economic forecast for each sign of the zodiac. Check it out. Join our chat. We have so much fun.
Russ, I had an aunt by marriage named Violet. So it was kind of interesting. Well, it was a great aunt. I'm trying to figure it out. A cousin.
You and your
Violet
family.
and Barney.
Right, the nebulous
Barney
cousins.
was my grandmother's brother.
So they're a great uncle to you.
Yeah, so she was a great aunt by marriage. Thank you. All right.
I live to please.
All right, well, let's move on, I guess. Lorraine has flown the coop. Lorraine, last call. As I move on to Shan.
I'm thinking of that song by Mott the Hoople, Violence. It has violence playing. Violence. But it's about violence.
All right. It's your deck, I believe. You did the Lenormand last time.
Alrighty. So I'm going to go back
And
to
Shan is up.
the Universal Folk Tarot.
Shan, did you leave a question?
I thought they did. You want me to look for it? No, I don't see it. Come on, Shan.
Like a general. Okay.
Okay, good.
All right. We
Thank
gotcha.
you. I'd hate to have to say, whoops, you missed your opportunity. But we are in a fever to get closed.
A fever to get close.
Well, one of us had a big fever the other day.
I was running 101, almost 102 fever one day in particular. It was really bad. Oh, it was just horrible. I don't want to even relive it. The past is the past. It's done except for the cough.
All right, a general reading for Shan. Our first card is the Eight of Swords upright. Our second card is Strength upright. And our third card is the Six of Cups reversed.
What was the middle card again?
Strength upright.
That's right, strength upright. Okay, let's throw these out there. Our friend the Key has shown up. Ooh, in the coffin. Interesting card.
Well, when I look
love
at the
this
first
deck.
two cards, I wonder if maybe you don't understand or have misleading feelings about your own strength, especially the strength of your heart. You know, the Eight of Swords talks about somebody that maybe feels they're held back, but oftentimes it's an illusion. Are you feeling like maybe you're holding yourself back, or something holds you back from really expressing yourself? And Strength upright really is about expressing the strength of the heart and the compassion of the heart. I'll stop there for a moment.
No. The Eight of Swords, it's definitely all of that. It's kind of like you might feel some self-doubt or something that is blocking you from moving something forward. And I feel here with Strength upright, that could just be saying to me that maybe you feel, you're not up for a challenge, okay, with that Eight of Swords here. But Strength upright is saying, maybe you don't have to push as hard as you think you do. Maybe this is a lot easier for you than you're giving yourself credit for. In other words, you don't have to really struggle through this, or maybe you're making it, like I said, sometimes we make things harder than what they really are. Whether it's about expressing yourself, expressing your heart, or whether it's about other things you want to go after in life. Sometimes we say, oh, I could never do that. But if you sat down and you thought about it, you may have more strength than you realize, and it may not be as hard for you to do as you think.
So what about that Six of Cups reversed?
Well, that Six of Cups reversed is saying to me, get rid of that old thinking here. This thinking that you can't do something, that you aren't capable of it, or that, others won't take you seriously or whatever. Get rid of that thinking. That is something that's a relic. I feel like this thinking here that you're going through is a relic of something maybe that happened in your past that has made you lose some self-confidence. And now you need to realize, that was then. This is now. And it's a whole different situation now.
I'm going to be a little more tangible because that Six of Cups is about something from the past. And I wonder if it's about situations with specific people that either the current situation reminds you of, or you're afraid that somehow that influence might be coming back. And so it's definitely a note to you to find your inner strength and to not feel that if this other situation was trying to contain you or tell you you had no power, they were wrong and you do.
So the key is to let it go. The coffin is here. End this idea that you're not good enough, strong enough, wise enough, loving enough, whatever, pretty enough, whatever the case may be.
I like that.
Let it go. This is old thinking, and like he said, it could be because of some people or situation you encountered in your past. It's a relic from your past, and you can let it go now because you're not the same person you were then. Keep that in mind.
All right.
And that's what we have for you. That's pretty cut and dry. So good luck with that.
We love you, Shan.
Thank you, Shan.
We love you too.
We are on Kyle.
All right, Kyle. Thanks for waiting. Thanks for showing up.
And Kara, if you're awake tomorrow morning,
you better
at
come.
10 a.m.
You better come. I'll be heartbroken if you
Eastern
don't.
Standard Time, Mr. O's Emotional Exchanges is going to be on, and I will be live with him in the chat. So join us. We're going to have a live show, a live chat tomorrow.
I will be very disappointed if you don't make it.
All right, so what's up?
Thank you, Shan. We are getting better.
I'm improving daily.
Thank you, Kyle. That was a nice observation.
But this was such a major infection in my body that it's taken a while to clear everything out. And I suspected as much, and sure enough, it is.
My situation was kind of different, but we think we had the same thing. But
yeah.
I had pretty different symptoms. I had super extreme dizziness. I couldn't move my head without getting really dizzy. When I got up from in bed or from the chair, I would almost fall because I just start spinning around. It was really crazy and disconcerting, but it seems to have run its course, whatever it is.
Well, Mr. O, somehow or another, manages to always get sicker than I.
It's what I'm born to do. But I lose weight while I do it, so then I'm like, yeah,
hey, I lost 6 pounds too, mister. I did. So,
well, do you want to give your total and I'll give mine? No.
I tell you, though, he's living dangerously with this weight thing, in my opinion. But what can I say?
I still weigh more than I did at high school, so
Right.
she's
Well,
wrong.
you're how old now? You should weigh more than you did at high school. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. All right. Enough of this banter. We got Kyle's question, and Kyle's question is...
I'll show you, savage Kyle. No, I won't.
Kyle's question is, I have a meeting next Tuesday that might wind up very intense. Can I get a pull on the meeting outcomes energy? Is it
Okay.
my deck? I think it's my
It
deck.
is your deck, because
Okay.
I'm doing Kara,
All right.
and I have my Tarot of the Northern Shadows for her.
So let's see, the meeting's outcome energy. Oh boy. All right, let's see what these cards.
Yay! Yay indeed.
All right.
The meeting's outcome energy.
Oops, 2 cards. Ah, yeah, it could get intense, couldn't it? It's the 3 of Cups reversed.
Oi.
Oh. 11 is the Hanged Man, upright. Wait a minute. Is that... Yeah, it's the Roman numerals, so it's the
It's the
Hanged Man,
Hanged Man, yeah.
upright.
He sort of is quasi-hanging, I guess you would say. That's a pretty card. I like it.
And Judgment is upright. Eyes on you.
Oh, wisdom. Okay, so there's some interesting energies here.
What do you got with the Lenormand? Let's
Oh, yes.
throw that out there. Ooh.
The letter and the stork.
There's definitely some interesting energies going on here. There seems to be maybe some... If this is a meeting, obviously with people, there seems to be some disharmony in this group, or maybe some tension or disharmony that's been building. And that's what it looks like with that 3 of Cups reversed. Like nobody seems to be supportive of each other, or maybe even you're feeling unsupported by others.
This meeting is nothing to celebrate. Because the 3 of Cups,
Yeah.
right? So you won't feel like celebrating. I don't know if that's the outcome so much, but you did ask
Right.
about that. So I think that's what we're seeing is,
It's not the outcome yet. Let's keep going here.
okay, the Hanged Man.
Well, the
upright.
Hanged Man indicates to me that people really need to try to look at things, and maybe there will be an attempt to do this here, to try to look at things from a broader perspective and really try to, look at it from other people's perspectives as well. In other words, people have to be willing at this meeting to get outside of their own egos and, look at what the other person is experiencing, feeling, and saying.
Well, when you describe your boss there or that person there, I feel that the Hangman describes the behavior they need to be doing, but maybe can't find themselves doing. The idea of putting aside their ego and also their shadow stuff to work with the team gestalt.
Right. People need to, so I think here, one thing that needs to be done, if anything on your part, since there is this misunderstanding, is to make sure, she understands what you meant and what you felt, and put it in those terms, and then just ask, be open. I'm willing to hear you out. I want to know what your concerns are. What concerns you the most of this? Do you feel left out? Do you feel like I overstepped myself? You want to try to get to the bottom and the heart of the matter.
In reference to what you're actually saying about, having your department represented at this conference, this says that maybe you have to lead that charge in a way, that maybe you have to put forth that idea, make the sacrifice.
Well, I think that's what they did. Oh, what do you mean? Make the sacrifice?
I'm waiting for geoscience.
I'm wanting our geoscience department represented.
So it hasn't happened yet, and I'm saying that he has to lead the charge maybe, or make the sacrifice towards getting that done.
Well,
maybe.
Okay. Maybe. I agree. I think that you probably have set this in motion and that person has responded kind of negatively to this. That's what I'm getting at.
So then judgment.
Judgment is here to say, well, I would say this. I think that maybe if you play your cards right and you're careful with how you present this, they might be able to look at this more objectively and not feel as slighted or angry or whatever they're feeling about it as they did. So I think there could possibly be a good outcome here. But I have to say, this has caused some amount of disharmony here. So you have to find a way to overcome it. And it comes from stepping outside, casting ego aside, and everybody just looking at what's best for everybody involved.
I sort of feel that judgment pertains to maybe either people like you or people even higher up possibly than your boss, her boss, or somebody with influence who needs to really kind of bring some equilibrium to the situation somehow, or point out, and it's judgment, point out really why this is so important, why this is really absolutely should happen.
Well, I think things are going to come to a little bit of a head, but according to the cards, cooler heads might prevail here. I'm hoping. I think here, the stork in the letter indicates to me that some new beginning could happen here that's positive. Through communication, through dialogue, or whatever the case may be, stating your case. Oftentimes letters about documents and written material, and I'm figuring here there's been a little bit of email or other back and forth that's been going on. So I think here, though, something new could develop at this meeting, and it will be good. Something good will come out of this. Usually the stork, it brings a birth, and it's usually a happy occasion. So this could be a birth of, your idea going down the way you hoped it would. I'm thinking that maybe some positive result can come out of this.
I agree. I think those Lenormands really show the idea along with wisdom and balancing. So really, the card says there's a lot of bad feelings going on here, but the overall implication is that cooler heads are somehow going to get involved and take over the situation or help resolve it.
So long that people can leave their egos at the door, I think things will go more smoothly than not. Because those two major arcana upright, they're a good sign. The Hanged Man is kind of a neutral sign to me. That's why I'm saying, you got to leave that ego at the door. And Judgment is more, we can do something out of the box here. Maybe somebody will come up with something that will make everybody happy. And I think that's the goal.
Give me my mouse.
Oh, I'm sorry. There you go.
Thank you.
So that's what we have for you. I wish you luck with it, however it turns out. I'm sure you'll keep us posted, right? Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, we would like to know. It sounds interesting. And I definitely encourage you to do that. I mean, as long as you're not going to really step on toes by going ahead and doing that, representing your department.
All right, so that leaves us with Kara, the latecomer.
And Raymond was here, but I mentioned to Raymond that we are closed.
Yeah,
we're sorry.
So
we'll
sorry,
catch
Raymond.
you next time. We are already into overtime, and Kara is our last reading. And I'm using the Tarot of the Northern Shadows for Kara. So what was that question?
I don't know. Kara, did you post a question? I don't think so.
I'll look. General.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you, Kara.
Oh, you had some of these. Did you like?
I did.
Apparently so.
What was
They're
not to like? General reading. Okay. 4 of Cups. Upright. 5 of Swords reversed. Page of Rods reversed. So a message that maybe is not very good because it's about the 5 of Swords. Nobody wins.
What's the first card?
The first card is the 4 of Cups. Upright.
4 of Cups upright. Well,
choose wisely or there's going to be some real bad stuff going on. That 5 of Swords. The 4 of Cups is about a choice, but you're hesitant to take it. It could be because you want to consider the choices, but it could also be because you're just sort of not really into making any choice.
yeah. Well, the 4 of Cups upright could indicate a lot of things. Boredom, indifference, just feeling like things are stagnating right now, or that you're overwhelmed. You feel overwhelmed and not sure what you should do next. You know, there may be opportunities coming at you, but really you seem somewhat disinterested in moving forward on them. And could it be because there's either a lot of internal or external tension around you right now, or will be. With that 5 of Swords reversed, it's as if you really are getting tired of either some of the tension or maybe some fighting that's going on around you, or people who are trying to pick a fight with you, and you want to be done with that. You just don't want any more of that.
Because you know it's not going to end well.
Right, what is that last card?
The Page of Wands or Rods, and it's reversed.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel here that you're of the mindset that nothing good can, at this time, you're feeling indifferent and not wanting to start anything new because you feel like nothing good can come out of things right now. That there is either delay or disappointment. Others maybe just don't seem to be available or around and supporting you. You know, they're more argumentative than anything. And so you just might want to lay low during this period right now, I have to say.
Just chill under the tree and look at the things going by, but don't commit.
Chill out in this week ahead and let the chips fall where they may. I would not really try to get involved with anything with that kind of energy going on there right now.
Right, and I can't tell for sure. I mean, it could be, family squabbles. It could just be...
Could be internet stuff,
Internet stuff, other friends.
Other friends letting you down. But there's good news afoot, Kara. Play the lottery.
Play the lottery and share with us.
Well, there's luck in removing yourself, isolating yourself from the negativity.
Which is what the
right
first
now.
card kind of says.
So if there's something going on around you, people bickering, family, whatever, isolate yourself from that. Or if it's internet stuff, people getting argumentative, or you're seeing all kinds of, there's so much politics out there right now and stuff, and it's getting to you. Isolate yourself from it for a time. I think there's luck in doing that. You'll feel better. You'll feel better by doing that.
Well, when I see these two cards, Kara, I get the feeling like it is something is telling you now's not the right time. Either pause or put off certain things. And then it sort of reiterates with the Tower and the Clover and is saying there really is luck in letting things pass, possibly without your being involved in them. Especially if this looks as nasty as I think it does.
Well, the Five of Swords is just never happy, no matter how you spin it. So, I mean, okay, we can spin it at happy hour.
Because we have to.
This is not happy hour. There are good points to that card, but considering what it's surrounded by, I just don't think anything good about it. So,
Ask
sorry,
us
Kara.
next week.
You came in late to hear this. All right, but that's what we have for you, and that wraps up our show.
And I want to remind everybody that they have to come back and watch Emotional Exchanges tomorrow with my lovely guest star. And we are live in the chat room, and it's not early in the morning, so there's no excuse. 10 a.m.
Just grab
Eastern
your
Standard
coffee
Time.
and let's chat in the morning.
Yeah.
All right. The
And
chat loves stuff.
my guest was a whiz at helping me with the readings. We had so much fun. Check it out.
Check it out. All right, everybody. Hey, and if you can't make it to the show, check it out afterwards.
Right.
Anyway, it'll be time-stamped so you can just hop around where you
Go right
want.
to where you want to.
Yeah.
And they are for Sun, Moon, and Rising, so you can check out all of those if you wish.
All right, everybody. Well, have a great rest of your evening. A happy Valentine's Day tomorrow if we don't see you in our chat in the morning. And just enjoy your day, and do join us for happy hour, 4 p.m.
Thanks, Kyle.
Eastern Standard Time on Saturday.
That's right.
It'll be later in the day. So, all right, everybody. Take care. Love to you all. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
There we go. I got them.